What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Captain of Industry. Since our last episode, I did play just a little bit. I was doing some more tedious kind of stuff. One being we finished this ramp and started to dig out some of this pad to level it. And what I think looks good and what I've been doing is just putting retaining walls as they do this, because at first they would dig out this part and then it would flow down from the top and then they'd keep going back up here to dump it. So I put some retaining walls to hold back it from continuing to like fall. The only thing with those is that we can't do them until the terrain matches the level where it's at. So like this one, yeah, so it's conflicting there. So as they continue to dig through there, we'll be able to put down some more. And I'm thinking we're just gonna come flat out here, and then probably out something like this. I don't know. Haven't really decided 100% what to do when we get to the other side, but that is that. And in doing that, we had to redo some of these pipes here, which some of them still look kind of wonky. Once this is all finalized, I'll probably go back and make them look nice and neat. I also did some refining with getting our mines dialed in with the number of excavators and trucks that they have, because now some of them have the big ones. So our ore sorter here was just getting way overloaded, and now you can see we have a good amount of coal, copper, and iron, and I was basically just gauging how full the products to sort were. We actually had a crap ton of limestone, so I paused this one and even went so far as to use the stacker, which I'd never used before. I can show you how it works. I have it paused, but basically we just belted it to our limestone storage, and then I've just been dumping it back down onto our limestone thing here so that we can mine it later if we need to. But obviously that's a waste to just mine it and then dump it, so I've just had them paused. We still have plenty of limestone in store for all of our stuff, and then once we start to run low on it, we'll unpause that. I think I actually set one of these to send me a notification when it's 25% or less than 25%. So we did that, just kind of watching this and then dialing in how many trucks and excavators we need, which now it seems like y'all are, good. Sweet. But we'll keep a few extra ones there for the coal, because that's pretty important. And then last thing I think I did is just reorganize the wheat a little bit, so it now comes straight out of there into storage, and then I have this balancer that prioritizes sending it to make bread, and then when this is backed up, it'll send it to these anaerobic digesters, just like we have for the excess potatoes and vegetables, to make fuel gas and compost, which then goes into here to make us fertilizer. I'm getting a lot of no fuel things right now. Why are we not making enough fuel? Do we have... Okay, we have oil going in. You're full of oil. Let's see. You're working. Everything's working. It must just be that our demand now is too high. Maybe time to unpause this for a bit, and then I guess we're gonna want to unpause this. But in doing that, we'll need another line coming off of our thing here, because this only does 200, and 4 of these would take 240. That, or and I was kind of trying to think through what I want to do in this episode. We've fully researched everything we can as of now, besides the corn farming, but that's because we don't have any corn seeds, so that's fine. Same with soybeans. We have Research Lab 2, which we have to build. And once we build that, we can unlock Pipes 3. So we can upgrade those. And then, of course, Housing 3, some more stuff, bigger storage. Yeah, okay, so it looks like our diesel is on the rise now again. But this will not last forever because that only has 11% left. Okay. So, let's go ahead and delete all of these. And all the way back to probably at least there. Then we're going to need, I think, one of these to make, yeah, research parts, or lab equipment 2. And how much were we making from that? 24, so we could run 2 of these. That being said, we will also now need to get, we have glass, we'll need paper. And to make paper, we need a chemical plant, wood chips, limestone, and steam, which we have plenty of. Oh, and I said I wanted to worry about power too, which we will absolutely take a look at. This has also been sending me some of these messages about uneven terrain. So every now and again, I'll have to just cut those out and then replace them. We might be able to do a second one here now as well. Yep. Okay, so yeah, they'll just keep going. Maybe we'll slow this down a little bit. Our wood is in a good spot. What else was it? Limestone, I think. Where are we here? Limestone and steam to make paper. Okay, so let's get a chemical plant built. Let's think. This probably makes sense to go somewhere here, because this is kind of chemically production type of stuff. Somewhere where we'll have enough room to put some storages in. I don't want to crowd this in case we want to expand this. So actually, let's put this like here is fine. And then you are going to make paper. So we'll need wood chips, which come from a shredder, which we also have never built before. I'm assuming one of you is good enough. Oh, all sorts of stuff. Biomass. What do we use biomass for? You turn it into compost. We can think about doing that to up our fertilizer production because we have plenty of tree saplings. Anyway, so that makes 24. That takes 6. That makes 12 paper. And how much do y'all use? 4. Okay. So this will not be running full time. That's okay. So then we'll belt you in. That. And then we need limestone to go in. Let's just do a small storage. You'll be limestone. Tell them to just keep it a little bit full. And then steam. Do we have a steam pipe over here already? Does not appear so. We do have steam up here. How much do y'all use? 24, 48, and this makes 48. Okay, so we don't want to take from that. Thinking long term too of more power stuff. We have these that are going, making excess or steam from the excess oil. Are we gonna want to put those over here, or maybe we build a bunch like right here? So if we plan for that now, let's see, what do we have? 30, 60, 90. We'll have 120 excess light oil, which is enough for 2, almost 3 of these. We're gonna want our steam to output. Sure, that way. Actually, maybe that way. That doesn't really matter. Oops. We'll plan in 4 of each of these, I guess. So that is light oil, and then we'll have 48 heavy oil, which is enough for just 2 of these. That. It's heavy oil. Yep. Okay. So we'll somehow work out to have our inputs come in from over here down. How many tiles did I leave between there? 1, 2, 3, 4 should be adequate. And then we'll have like a big balancer system set up over here for steam. We already have a water pipe there, which is good. So let's get, what is this? Heavy oil is there. Let's get a connector in. Height 2. And wow, that was right on the money. Awesome. Just gonna bring this straight down here. You and you. Then delete this. And then a water pipe. Just go directly above. Out, and then from here to there, turn snapping off. Too close to other connector. How do we want to do that actually then? Let's move this. So that they can share their water. Not what I meant to do. I think it was that one was water. Yeah, okay. So somewhere in the middle. Keep the water up at height 5 because it makes it easy. Okay. Hello. Okay, so that's water for all of those, because they only, they all take 48. I mean, we're only going to build, what was it, 2 of these, or 3. So that's definitely enough for at least a pipe 2. Probably a pipe 3 eventually, but that's okay for now. And then we need, where's our light oil pipe? Is that this? Yeah. Where's a good spot to bring that up and over? I'm gonna delete, or no, not that. We're gonna flip this part that way. Delete this. This. That's gonna stop our thing from running, so I'm actually gonna pause that until we're done. Let's just make a connector there, and then go off the back, go up to height 1. Down to here. And over like that. Or this way. There we go. Oh, it's doing wonky things because of the water pipe. Okay. This is fine then. Not the cleanest pipes, but enough to get the job done. And then these all, holy cow, that's a lot of exhaust. So we'll definitely need one of our big smokestacks. We'll have that go over here, I guess. No, we'll put it here. So connector there, there, and there. And then we'll need level 2. I keep clicking on the train things now because we unlocked that. Haven't used it yet, but we've unlocked it. Bring that up to height 2. Like that. Same with this one. That's okay. So they're all connected to exhaust, and then our steam. Where do we want our balancer to be for our steam? Where do we need our steam to be going is the question. We have it going over here and to these. These don't need, oh no, these do need steam. Right. So it might be time to move this, move it like down like here a little bit. Let's actually go ahead and do that, because this would be a nice place to put all of that. Let's get as much of this built as we can. Looks like we can do all of it, which is good. Get those pipes gone. And then, let's see, we need our light oil. This no longer needs to be a pipe 2. You do need to be flipped around, as well as you. And then I think this needs to be a pipe 2, because that's 30, 60, and then 60 coming from over here. Okay. You see light oil and heavy oil. So we're just waiting for products. Let's now move our diesel storage. So we're gonna say this is gonna go. I don't really want to block that. So where does that go? Ooh, actually we could move the coal boiler too. Because this is just really a backup. This is just a backup in case our other ones stop working. Make that in, and then that steam pipe will go there. We'll put a little coal storage here tucked out of the way, and you also need water. How much water? 48, yeah, okay. So one pipe is good. There we go. Okay, so that means we can not worry about you. So, yeah, fluid storage too. So our diesel is gonna come in. I don't want to risk when we want to upgrade this storage. I don't want that pipe to be a factor. So something like that. They can still get to the sulfur. And then our fuel station, we will put right here, and we'll put a pipe 2 into that. This is just going to be weird for a moment, because eventually this is going to be a big storage, like a storage 3, which takes up the space of 4 of these. That's why I'm planning it out this way. So for now, we're not going to build those 2. We just have them there as placeholders. And what do you have? 3 trucks, 3 big trucks. So once you're built, okay, yeah. So now we can delete you. Actually, let's get this built. And then these pipes as well will have to go. Pipes is a little finicky. Just waiting for you to be removed. Okay. Then, how does it make the most sense to get over there? How much do y'all output? Okay, yeah. So pipe 2 should be good. Actually, let's just do height 4. We'll go straight out from there to height 4, and then sure, you can meet in there. Oh, when that comes out perfectly. Nice. So when those are built, that'll be perfect. We'll just input it into there. For now, though, it has to go down to this one. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to upgrade. To Unity. So now our diesel goes down to there. You have no output, but we now have this space here once these pipes get removed. Alright. I guess we still have these boilers doing a little bit of thing. Okay. Oh, you low supply of limestone, which means we should probably start mining some again. But we'll just leave you with a small excavator and a small truck. Or maybe we'll queue up, oh, what have we been doing? I think I just set it to start upgrading trucks. Let's upgrade small excavator, big excavator for the limestone tower. So this will get the parts together, and then once they're all there, that excavator will go over and be upgraded. Okay, so now we have fuel. I did not build this, which is why that was fueling so fast. We also deleted the one that goes down to our ship. Not a level 2, just level 1. Sure. Also subject to change. Okay. We want to build all of this as well. And they're told to keep that full. A little bit, at least. So now, we'll build kind of like a steam hub, I guess. So we'll want a pipe balancer. Where are we going to want to put this? There. Steam. Okay, so we'll definitely need pipe 2. Oh, I thought I connected those with only one tile. In fact, I did not. This is good. Our steam can all go along the ground. That only makes 48, so that can just be 1. These actually they all make 48. Whatever. There we go. So that'll connect into here. Doesn't matter. Actually, no, because we want this to be set as not a priority, just the coal one though. So we will delete you. There we go. We just don't want it to connect. Okay, right, so then these two are our priority ins, so whenever we have steam coming from these, we'll use that first, and then if we don't have any coming in from there, we'll use the coal one as a backup. Then we could just plug this into this. No, because we're gonna delete these. Yeah. You're gone, you're gone. We will need to set up some more flares to get rid of our excess oil, although I think we will be using all of it. So that's all gone. So then this can go as well. I guess that was never even built anyway. This is what it looked like. It looked like it was just... Yeah, awesome. Cool. Yes, we're getting rid of the coal one, too. Ocean access is blocked. For who? Ah, yeah. That would be correct. And what are you? I didn't mean to do that. The liquid dump wastewater from our citizens over here. So we need another liquid dump. We'll just put it over here, I guess. Yeah, we can run a pipe this way. Though I don't like the idea of running a wastewater pipe over top of our food. I know that's not like modeled in the game, but that's why whenever I do water and like waste or whatever, I always do water on top because you don't want the water being contaminated. I know it's, again, not modeled in the game, but there we go. How much waste are we producing, by the way? 45. Okay, so a level 1 pipe is still good for that. Once we get above 60, we will have to look at upgrading that. Now I think we can just delete you all the way down. This kind of takes a stupid route anyway, so I'm not bothered about redoing this. So I'll get rid of that. You have no recipe selected, right? You're gonna do wastewater. You still have a low supply. We mining. Have you been upgraded yet? No. Because, oh, I had the game paused that whole time. That's why, right? I don't think you're gonna collapse, but I'll redo you anyway. Some of them were giving me that message and others weren't, so I don't know. It seems fairly picky sometimes about how stuff goes. Okay, they're making good progress over here, which is good. Right, we were getting rid of this. These don't make any waste, so this now also can go. And this portion of the water can go. I'm going to keep the game paused because otherwise we will run out of diesel. Because we're not pushing steam over here anymore. So just until we get that, I'm going to keep the game paused, I think. Besides when we need to remove stuff. So that we know how to plan it in. So then 3, so that's 9 times 4 is 36 plus 24 is what, 60? Yeah. I can do mental math. Plus 6 over here once we unpause this. So 66 steam is what we require. So we should have plenty. Should have plenty. And then we can send a little bit over here for, not that, this, which only uses 1.5. So what did I say? We need 66, and we'll be making at least, what is this? Right, we'll have 120 light oil, which will run 2 of these, which will make 96. So there already is 30 extra. So we'll be able to run at least another one of these. We'll probably move this then. Although I don't know where would be a better spot. Maybe we could dump up here to extend this. Would that be a good idea? Just extend this out this way. And we can have just like power stuff. I don't know. We can also just pipe steam over to here and just like double this and have it just run behind there. Might be the easiest thing to do. So this all takes 66 steam. So we need a pipe 2 in there. That is also at height 4. Let's just go right over top of this. Kind of hug the side here. And that's our only input once this little thing goes away. And then our priority is these. Yep, because that goes to these. And that was only 36, so pipe 1 is good for all of that. Okay, that should be everything we need. Let's get this all built so we can get this started. And then once we're confident that it's working, we'll unpause the last oil refining thing that we haven't done yet. So we should be seeing steam in here, which we are. Oh, I did not set up flares for the excess. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. It's in waste, I think. Yeah, so a flare here for, what are you again, light oil? Yeah. And then one for heavy oil. So let's get a pipe connector in there, and not a level 2 pipe, just one. And then, ooh, that's funky. That's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Why does that look so weird? There, so we can take that. Not the prettiest, but that's okay. I can delete one more piece of this. Just go down like that. Okay. Build. So we almost certainly won't have excess. Oh no, we will, because we're not using all of the steam yet. Yeah. Alright. So now this is all running. I will unpause this, but it will mean that we're gonna need... that stuff go? What output is that? Oh, sour water. Yeah, it's still an important one for you to output. We are going to need to make sure that we're supplying enough oil, is what I was getting ready to say. We are now going to be using, or capable of using, 240 between the 4 of these. Waiting for products. Why? Right there it is. Right there it is. Yep. So once that's built. Is there steam in here? Yeah. Let's see. Is this facing? I bet this is facing the wrong way. Yeah, it was. Okay, good that I checked that. So now that's working. It's working. Okay. What in the heck? Oh. Wow. A mild flu. I don't think we have a hospital or medicine or anything yet, but we're gonna need that. It seems like every time we have any sort of like cold or flu or anything, it's like we start losing a bunch of people. Did we research any of that? No, we haven't. Okay. Let's go ahead and increase our... We can't increase our population growth. Why? Oh, health is too low to be able to do that. Okay. And we still have a bunch of these paused. Meaning we just need more workers. I'm gonna unpause this. Is there any other contributing factors to our health? Water pollution is a big one. But if we unpause this, we should be processing all of our sour water. Pause you. Just making sure that we stay positive with our number of workers. Jeez, bro. That is insane. 15. What is causing so much pollution? I mean, I know that does a lot. But I feel like that just like spiked. There's our statistics here. Our water pollution just absolutely spiked. And air pollution and water pollution. Alright, so we gotta figure out a way that we can start processing our water, I guess. How many workers do these all take? Guess we'll pause a couple of those. We're still losing workers. Because now we have no disease, but our health is still terrible. Water pollution 15. Yeah, hold on, let's see. What can we do with the wastewater? Nothing yet. Absolutely nothing. Sour water we are doing. What else is... I think those are two things. That's it. Is it because we moved this closer? There's no way, is there? I mean, this is empty. I don't know. Is there something we could do to... I don't think we can filter the air yet. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, we don't have the exhaust scrubber yet. Well, that's a problem that I do not know how to solve. You're blocked. What are we full of? Coal? Okay, I mean, that's a good problem to have, but... Let's just take away a few of the trucks so they don't work quite as fast then. Still not enough workers. Our health just came back up. Yeah, don't know exactly what that was all about. I'm just gonna keep going. Hope that fixes itself. Okay, outputs are full. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Now we have this set up. So we're gonna take Steam. This way. Follow this diesel pipe. Oh, I meant to put that at height 3. I did put it at height 3, I thought. Okay, whatever. It's going down to 2 there. So that brings steam, and then we have wood chips and limestone to make paper. Then we need a paper storage, which we will just put right there. Paper. All of that, just so we can make some paper. So that we can start to look at research 2. Our workers is just a problem though. Can we increase population growth? Health has to be at least at 1. Oh, but holy crap, our water pollution came way down now. Yeah. I don't think there's anything we can do about waste yet either. Could make waste pressed. So then what can we do with that? Nothing yet until we can incinerate it? Okay, well. That's just... It just is what it is. I don't know what I can do about this. There's nothing I can do about it. Reduce effective ongoing disease. I guess we could do that if we needed to. Health boost. Would be helpful. Give a disease again? No. Did this work? Oh wait, what? You don't have water? Yeah, we do. Okay, well that edict seems to be working now. So now that that is working, I'm gonna do this. Hopefully that gets our population back so that we can unpause all of our stuff. And we're still gaining unity, so that's fine. Okay. Alright. Whatever. So this should be working now. I think, you know, you don't have any workers, but you have everything you need, so that's good. That's good. So now we have glass from right here. Research there. Okay, so we'll just need to move these down a little bit to fit in a paper storage. gonna get cramped. This is going to get cramped. Unit storage. Actually, I'll make a big one. I don't want that to get in the way of that because we want to save that space for our production line when we get to construction parts. What was it? 4? Is it next? Yeah. I accidentally deleted this. And I don't want this to get in the way because we're gonna... Well, we have quite a bit before we get to vehicle parts 3, I think. Right? Where's mega vehicles? Like way down here. Yeah. Yeah, we have quite a while, so we're gonna put unit storage. Just put it there. Move you two over there. And you're gonna store paper. Keep you full if possible. Then we need 3 inputs. Which, do we have anything that takes 3 inputs? You do. This obviously just comes from here. Glass is there. So I guess we want our research parts to be on height 2. Did we line that up perfectly? Look at us go. I'll put a lift in there. Just because I really like the lifts. It's flat. I like how they make things nice and neat. Although they do take 6 kilowatts of power versus 4. Okay, that's not bad. Not much of a difference. A little bit of difference, but not that bad. And then you're gonna come. That's go to height 2. Join there. You're gonna come up to height 1. This will be our glass. Oh, I put that in the way. Oh well. And then join you to there. And paper. This is gonna go. Make it look nice. There. And that will make us research parts 2. Which we then... I don't know if we need a storage for them or not. Just tell you to keep empty if possible. This is now working. Good. And what did I say? That makes 12 paper and you use, what, like 3 or 4? Okay, 8 total. So now we have to set up our research labs. Oh, which we need... Yeah, okay, we are going to need a storage. Just a small one, actually. How are we going to lay these out? Let's think about that first. For now, let's belt those in there. And then think about how we want to lay these out. We're going to be making 12, and these use 12, so we can use 2 of these. Just there, next to our if we can move this over. Yeah, that looks nice. Still waiting for... I paused that, that's why. Okay. We have a good amount of workers now. I'm going to start unpausing some stuff, but that's going to make our energy level, or our energy consumption skyrocket as well. Still a low supply of limestone. Are we getting more in here? Did I set a... I did not. For all the other ones, too, I don't know if I showed this or not, I set up specific export routes so that they go straight from the towers to there, and then have this sort through and do everything. Okay, so now there is some limestone going in there. Good. I don't need you to notify me anymore. What do you have? Dirt and nowhere to go. Cannot deliver dirt. You know what I also should... I want to say reject single product loads so that they can't like just take dirt from out of there and put it back in. But I don't know. Because you definitely have a place to dump it. There's plenty of room to dump dirt. I don't know why you're just being stuck. Whatever. Whatever. So this is still going. Should we set up a little wood storage here? Nah. It's going plenty fast. It's going plenty fast. Okay, now that has enough to build these, I think, right? Yep. So then pause that. Because we want these just going straight into these. Let's just have each one do one of them. Math works out, so it's fine. Okay, now that gives us the ability to research some more stuff. Pipes 3 is probably going to be the first one we want to do. Let's see, housing 3, would this increase our health? Provides more comfort. Provides monthly unity increased. Household goods would provide extra comfort. But that's not like super duper important. What are we missing for that? Radar system. What the heck is that? Did I miss one? Oh, we have to find it. Okay. So I'll queue up large storage second. Where can we get to our exhaust scrubber? Wastewater treatment. That's going to be a big one as well. If we just go down that line. Greenhouses are important for food. Fermentation makes ethanol. I don't really know what that is for exactly. Power generation is going to be big. You know what? Actually, I'm going to say do power generation first, then wastewater, then large storage. Then I guess we'll want to do this stuff. Yeah, that's plenty to queue up for now. We haven't sent the ship out either. I'm so bad at remembering to do that. It's just always sitting down there, and I totally forget. I think I want to move the shipyard somewhere else. Maybe we can put it here. Somewhere a little more prominent that I'm likely to remember about it. What does that take? 800 stone bricks. That's crazy. We can think about putting on some more surfaces here, too. because it looks nice, but it also reduces the maintenance that our trucks use. So just looking at kind of like the main routes that they travel. Let's just start and give a nice pad there. And then some of this I think we're going to have to dig up, yeah, for copper, so I don't want to do any of that. Maybe we'll just come out like that for now and right up to our fuel station. That'll use up a lot of our concrete that we have in store. It's fine. Unpause those now. Pause those. Not enough. Just repause. And we're now maxed out on power. So, that being said, I think we can add steam on here, which might be nice to see how much. Was it high? So it looks like we have somewhere around 80 steam that is currently not being used. Refugees. So, do we want to look at doubling this? Because I think once we get, maybe we should just wait. Because once we get these will use low steam, which is an output from there. Yeah, we might just want to wait. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to pause something because stuff is just taking up too much power. Our diesel is in a good spot. Our ship's in battle. We can go ahead and... I think we have longer range, but... Oh no, we're doing some damage. Holy cow. Yeah, okay, so we're going to win that. We're going to win that. Trying to think of other things that we can do in the meantime while we just wait for cargo ship technology. Good. While we wait for our power generation research. I said I wanted to do that first, but let's do that first and then the pipes. And I don't remember what I did next. Probably this. Advanced smelting would be a good one. That seems like a lot to get into. We should probably cover more of our basics first. Yeah. Our ship is coming back. We're still using too much power. Can we just... How much do you make? 6. Oh, that makes 3. I was going to say we just add some down here, but I don't think that's going to work. Don't think that's going to work. Let's speed up the game so that our research goes as fast as possible. What else takes a lot of power? This? Can we pause you? I don't think it's using any power right now. These take quite a bit. 400, yeah, that's a lot. I guess it makes more sense to just run the one. Pause that also. Pausing things now because we don't have enough power, not because we don't have enough workers. We could turn these on, actually. We have plenty of diesel. Why don't we... Why didn't I think of that? Our original little diesel generators. Will that allow us to run both of these? What on earth? Why does our water pollution just spike like that? Is it this? Is that just because it's close to the settlement? Because if so, I will 100% move it all the way down here. For the sake of experimentation, I'm going to try that. I'm going to put in a pipe connector there. Okay, so that should be connected. then pause this pipe. And put height 4. We're going to trace. Actually, before I do that, I know I keep getting distracted. Let's fix this water pipe because it's driving me crazy. And it looks crazy because this is when we flattened all this out. So it was like, it kept getting interrupted with the pillars and everything. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. That gives us water back. And this, we are going to just follow along underneath. Just like this. And nice and straight. We'll just take this up this way. Underneath, this is our seawater pipe, I think. My cat keeps jumping up on my desk, bro. What the heck? I think we can just combine this in, because that just does wastewater. Yeah. Okay. Build that, and then just in case, we'll upgrade the part that goes to there to a level 2. So I should build all of that. Let's see if that impacts our... Did I pause this one? Yeah, okay. Let's see if that impacts our water pollution. It might not, but if it does, then it was worth it. Ship's fully repaired, cool. Doesn't seem to have made much of a difference. Whatever. Okay, we're still hovering around... like 80 some steam. But right, we were just waiting for that. What can we do in the meantime? What can we do in the meantime, just for a little bit? Let's have a look at this. Okay, it seems like we're having a good amount of fertility here. I guess we're not making a lot of compost. But the more extras that we have, the more we'll be able to go back into making these more fertile. Okay. What is your deal? Oh, that's right. What I had done was took advice from the last video when I mentioned somebody commented about just the top layer needs to be dirt to be farmable. I dug just the top layer here so that I could finish this little set of farms. And yeah, it worked. But in the process of doing that, I set up this mining control tower so that I could just dump dirt after they dug it up, but I do not need you anymore. So that's probably why you guys are all just waiting around to deliver dirt somewhere that does not need it anymore. So let's get rid of that and see if that fixes it. Yes, yes, okay. So that was totally my fault. Let's get this other farm built, and I'd like to see some more wheat, because I think wheat gives us the best ratio here, 12 to 12 rather than 14 to 8. That being said, though, these grow about 8 and these grow about 5. And we want you to do... Man, that's just terrible. That's 4.2, 5.6, 9. But if we just make this one just wheat and see, I also switched some of these belts around because I didn't want the potatoes and the wheat being mixed up with each other. Okay, so they should have just dumped a bunch of dirt down here. They did. You guys are crushing it down here. Gotta remember to keep an eye on this so I can continue on with our chain walls. Don't think I can get one more yet. Okay. Soon we will have access to all of this over here. Which is cool. That's very exciting. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we're gonna get this anytime soon. I mean, semi-soon, but yeah, we've been going for about an hour plus, so I might just call it here for the day. And in the next one, first thing we're gonna do is hopefully have this research done. We will look at expanding our power. Yeah, so pretty good episode today. Showing off some of my off-camera work. I try to not do too much of that unless it's just tedious little stuff. Like all the big stuff I obviously want to show y'all and have y'all be a part of. Got some stuff figured out, I guess, with our wastewater. I don't know if this pipe made a difference at all. Set up research lab 2 using paper and glass. And what else? Yeah, we set up all this stuff to handle our excess oil, which is great. Gives us excess steam production. So yeah, I'm gonna pause this again because I forgot, and this is probably like empty. 6%. Yeah. Do not need you going anymore. Don't know why these are still pumping if that's full. Anyway, we're probably gonna run this totally dry any day. But yeah, that being said, thank you so much for joining me and being here today, and I will catch you all in the next one.